everyone, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
I'm Zero. And today in Anime Reaction, watch episode 9 of Kiznaiver.
If you want to check out our reaction for the 9th episode of Kiznaiver, hit that link in the description below.
And make sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. And don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching.
Please support the official release.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled idiots.
Ding!
So, this episode of Kiznaiver was kind of fucking depressing.
Kind of, yes.
That's like saying DK's kind of fat.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, that's like...
This is the anime equivalent of lewds.
That's seriously like... there's kind of a lot of traffic in California.
Yeah.
That's an understatement.
A gross understatement,
This episode was, showed the worst of a large, I guess, romantic, how many sides would you say to this?
Well, there's 7, so...
well...
I
wouldn't count. So
right,
there's 3 people that I wouldn't count in this group. So I guess it'd be 4. So it's kind of a love rectangle, really. No, 5. So love pentagon. It showed the worst side of that. Like the absolute worst way that could have gone.
Well, all the secrets are laid bare, and the timing of that couldn't have been any worse.
And Nora did it on purpose. Nori.
Yeah, Nori-chan.
Well, yeah, basically they want to get results from the Kizna program, and they don't care what they have to do it.
Well, obviously, mad scientists.
Yeah,
don't do anything, never mind the fallout.
Pretty much fucking these kids over.
Oh, and yeah.
But, yeah, just the whole ending scene in the rain where, everything comes out where it's just like...
This is one of the few times that all 3 of us have been rendered absolutely speechless.
For a good, 10 minutes.
For most of that scene.
We do apologize for our quiet.
I mean, a few times. There were a couple times it might have happened, maybe with more serious series and all that stuff, but damn. This is probably the heaviest episode of anime I've seen all season.
It might be the heaviest anime I've seen in years.
It's not the heaviest I've seen in years, but it's pretty up there.
It's close.
that one hit really hard.
And close to home. I think that's a bigger thing here.
That is true, especially with as relatable a cast as Kiznaiver has. Seeing them in this, frankly, dreadful state it hits you hard. It really hits you hard. So, may I highly suggest, if you watch this episode of Kiznaiver, to load up every single viral puppy and kitten video or whatever you have on hand. Basically everything short of taking antidepressants.
Before and after.
Before and after, yes. Because this is a very serious, extremely dramatic, and just overall heavy and depressing scene in particular we're talking about here. Now, the beginning of the episode, we thought we were going downhill really quick.
Yeah, I mean, the whole "you're always inside me" deal.
The
phrasing in that is terrible.
Indeed.
And exploitable.
Yeah,
which we did, and now I kind of regret it. I made myself feel bad. Damn.
Yeah, that's probably another reason why we would completely silent. So yeah, these researchers are absolute despicable creatures.
Psychology researchers usually are. What's the name? Little Albert, I believe, or Little George? I think it was Little George. Very notorious experiment, but
I think I might have mentioned it in the previous episode. There's two big psychological experiments that went on in the past. One was there was 2 monster experiments. They're actually classified as monster experiments. One where they put an entire school basically in a prisoner versus guard scenario, and the entire scenario went down very quickly within a matter of days. The guards were literally beating the students, even though...
Well, they were all students, but the students designated as guards were beating the students designated as prisoners.
Even though they knew that this was an experiment, and the kids with power ended up just beating on the kids who were being prisoners. And then
to be fair, it was like college students, but...
Yep. And then the other experiment was placing monkeys in extremely isolated chambers with very bad shit that happens, and that ended up with the monkeys like turning on everybody and everything, and a few of them actually died in the experiment.
Long story short, if you study the human mind, you're likely a very fucked up individual.
In one way or another.
I mean, when you start understanding that things like this can happen,
quite often, quite easily, at that.
Yeah, it's you gotta turn into our MC here. You gotta really
that
just
researcher.
Cut off all the ties.
Oh, Kiznaiver.
Katsura, you have to just cut off all emotion if you're going to be that kind of researcher.
Well, he's the subject, though. The researchers in here,
they enjoy that shit far too much.
Well, the guy in particular.
The guy enjoys it way too much.
Yeah, Urushi started to regret it. Probably before the story began, but she was a mad scientist and kind of reformed.
Nori, on the other hand, is exactly the type of character I'm talking about.
She, to me, it just seems like she wants results. She doesn't really care.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's more cut off from all of the ties, and will fake those emotions just to get
the response she's looking for.
Yeah, basically just to get a rise out of Kazuhira.
And
the rest of the group too.
Yeah, she'll basically kind of manipulate, I guess, the other Kiznaivers and herself to be in order to change a variable in the experiment. That's what I was looking for.
And in this case, it was getting with MC here.
Kazuhira.
I remember Chidori and I remember Tenga. But Chidori ends up... The whole filming thing. Could you be more of a dick?
Right.
Like, oh my god. Oh, that was so bad.
But yeah, I'm thoroughly depressed now, and now I'm gonna have to go watch something else. I'm definitely gonna have to go watch one of our funny slice of life series.
So expect a bunch of spam
depressed.
of that.
That was pretty bad.
It's a really depressing scene. So fair warning.
But
fair warning.
So at the end, Nori does say, "You have cleared your mission."
I think she was talking about the mission that they were given to
make it home safely.
Yeah, to make it home safely after the typhoon passed.
Yeah. I wonder how far she's going to continue on with this experiment. I left the episode wondering, where do we go from here? Because I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I mean, the group looks pretty damn fractured. What more can the Kizna committee do with them? And also,
I'm wondering how they're going to come. How they're going to come back together. But
maybe that's a mission.
I think we'll find that.
And they can hear each other's thoughts now.
Oh, yeah.
And they can hear each other's thoughts. Well, more like their really base desire. I don't think that it's straight up hearing thoughts. I think that it's just whatever they're really desiring at that moment. Like Like, it has to be a really strong emotion.
Well, when it comes to Chidori and the dude, Chidori's dude.
Tenga?
No.
Katsuhira.
Fuck. Chidori and Katsuhira, during that whole interaction, she actually, like, to begin with, she is saying, hold me, just hold me like you did Nori.
And
then at the very, when he actually like, okay, I'll hold you. And she's like, why do you have to be so cruel? So there's that. So I think it is a little bit more towards thought. Just a little bit. But
again, a very deep-rooted thought or desire or just, yeah.
But we shall certainly see what happens next time. And that's going to wrap it up for this time. I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.